Well, hello everybody. This is Mr. Sir. I am going to be your audio guide through Language Arts 7 midterm. So make sure you have a pencil. Let's just look at the instructions. So make sure you look at the first page after the little cartoon of Are We There Yet? Almost. I see what you did there. Underneath the instructions, you may not use a dictionary, thesaurus, or any other reference materials. Make sure to read each question carefully and choose the correct or best answer. Please completely fill in the circles on your answer sheet using a pencil. Make sure that the number of the questions on your answer sheet matches the number of the questions you are answering. And try to answer every question. There's no penalty for guessing. And make sure that the written section is completed using full sentences and that you edit your work for spelling and grammar. Good luck. All right, let's get started. So, we're going to start with this reading. So it says, read the excerpt below from the novel The Incredible Journey by Sheila Bunford. Answer questions 1 to 8 as they relate to the reading. All right, let's flip to the next page. So on page 2, we have the reading. Here we go. So, late in the afternoon, they left the place which had been their home for 3 days and trotted slowly along the track together again. By the time the moon rose, they had come to the edge of a small lake which the track skirted. A moose was standing in the water among the lily pads on the far shore, his great antlered head and humped neck silhouetted clearly against the pale moon. He took no notice of the strange animals across the water, but thrust his head again and again under the surface, raising it high in the air after each immersion and arching his neck. 2 or 3 water hens swam out from the reeds. A little crested grebe popped up like a jack-in-the-box in the water beside them, and the spreading ripples of their wake caught the light of the moon. As the 3 sat, ears pricked, they watched the moose squelch slowly out of the muddy water, shake himself, and turn cantering up the bank out of sight. The young dog turned his head suddenly, his nose twitching, for his keen scent had caught a distant whiff of wood smoke, and of something else, something unidentifiable. Seconds later, the old dog caught the scent too, and started to his feet, snuffing and questioning with his nose. His thin, whippy tail began to sweep to and fro, and a bright gleam appeared in his black, currant eyes. Somewhere, not too far away, were human beings. His world. He could not mistake their message or refuse their invitation. They were undoubtedly cooking something. He trotted off determinedly in the direction of the tantalizing smell. The young dog followed somewhat reluctantly, and for once the cat passed them both. A little moon-mad, perhaps, for he lay in wait to dart and strike, then streaked back into the shadows, only to reappear a second later in an elaborate stalk of their tails. Both dogs ignored him. All right, so make sure to read it over if you need to. Let's look at question 1. In the sentence, a little crested grebe popped up like a jack-in-the-box. The type of figurative language used is A. Personification, B. Onomatopoeia, C. Simile, or D. Hyperbole. Right, let's look at number 2. The setting of the story is A. In a forest by a pond at night, B. In a forest by a pond during the day, C. In a park by a pond at night, or D. In a village by a lake at night. Okay, flip our page to number 3. Number 3, find the word tantalizing in the story. In this context, the most likely meaning is A. Familiar, B. Delicious, C. Strong, or D. Foul. Number 4. Find the word elaborate in the story. In this context, the most likely meaning is A. Complex, B. Dangerous, C. Predictable, or D. Rushed? Number 5. The animal that first starts off towards the human beings is A. The moose, B. The young dog, C. The old dog, or D. The cat? Number 6. The most likely reason the two dogs and the cat wanted to go where they smelled people was A. They were lonely for people, B. They were lost and needed direction, C. They had thought they had found their owners, or D. They were hungry. Number 7. The cat is most likely referred to as moon mad because A. It is acting very calm, B. It is more visible in the moonlight, C. It passed the dogs, or D. It is acting in a strange manner. Number 8. The sentence, as the three sat, ears pricked, they watched the moose squelch slowly out of the muddy water, shake himself, and turn cantering up the bank out of sight, is meant to evoke the reader's sense of A. Sight, B. Smell, C. Sound, or D. Touch. All right, let's flip to the next page. And it says, read A Letter from New York by Jean Lawler. Answer questions 9 to 14 as they relate to the reading. Let's get started on the letter. Dear Aunt Julia, I have so much to tell you, I don't know where to begin. Remember last summer when I told you that I was planning to enter the Teen Say magazine essay contest? Well, I entered my essay, Improving Community Safety, won. The prize was a weekend trip to New York City with a visit to the Teen Say offices to see how they publish the magazine each month. 3 of us were chosen to go from Texas, 2 other contest winners, and myself. My mom took me to the airport for the flight to New York, and I have to admit, I was nervous. I've flown before, but never without my parents. But when we got to the airport and met the other people in our group, I relaxed. The leader, Miss Alvarez, was really friendly and easy to talk to. She is in charge of marketing and special promotions at Teen Say magazine. While we waited for our flight, she described the activities we'd be participating in that weekend. She also introduced me to other contest winners. Irene is from Arlington, and she's 13 years old, like me. She won a prize for the series of photographs she took when her family drove across the country last summer. The other winner is a 14-year-old boy named Eddie. Eddie won the Teen Say Community Spirit Award for cleaning up and improving the neighborhood parks in his town. Irene and Eddie both seemed like a lot of fun. Before our plane even took off, we were laughing and telling jokes like we'd known each other forever. I was surprised at how quick the flight seemed. Since Miss Alvarez and I were sitting next to each other, she told me a lot about herself and how she'd ended up working at Teen Say magazine. She said that as a young girl, she had always enjoyed writing stories and interviewing people. She also loved planning and organizing events. She was always in charge of planning her school's dances and fundraisers, and even organized her family's big reunion party every year. After college, she got a job as a reporter at Teen Say, and then she gradually moved into their marketing and special promotions department. She said that she still occasionally writes an article for them, but she loves what she does now. I told her that I was thinking about becoming a reporter someday, and she said that she thought I could do it if I worked really hard. Before I knew it, we were landed in New York. At the airport, we were picked up in a limousine, just like the celebrities. We drove to the Teen Say offices downtown. All during the ride, Irene and Eddie and I were pressed up against the windows like little kids, staring at the buildings and the people we passed. You wouldn't believe how different New York is from Texas. The colors, the smells, the noises, everything is different. We couldn't get over how crowded it was. All of the people and cars on the streets, and so much going on. We were excited to jump in and start seeing the sights. When we arrived at the Teen Say offices, Miss Alvarez took us on a tour. We got to see how a magazine goes from a rough manuscript to a finished issue. I couldn't believe how much work and detail goes into each issue and how many people it takes to do the work. My favorite part was seeing the bulletin board where sketches, rough drafts, and outlines get pinned up in sequence. We also met many of the employees, from illustrators and writers to photographers and editors, and they answered all of our questions. By the time the tour was over, Miss Alvarez could tell that we were getting tired. She took us to her favorite restaurant, and on the way, we had a chance to do some window shopping and check out some of the sights. All around us, people were speaking different languages. I told Miss Alvarez that I thought I could spend a whole year in New York and still not see everything. When I see you at Mom's birthday party next week, I will tell you all about the sightseeing we are going to do tomorrow. I am enclosing a copy of my essay with this letter. So far, it has been a great trip. Love, Yoshiko. All right, let's have a look at the questions. So number 9. The story is told from the point of view of A. Miss Alvarez, B. Aunt Julia, C. Yoshiko, or D. Eddie. Number 10. Yoshiko is in New York City because A. She won the trip in an essay contest, B. She is visiting her Aunt Julia, C. Miss Alvarez invited her to visit Teen Say magazine, or D. She wants to be a reporter someday. Number 11. What conclusion can you draw about Yoshiko and Aunt Julia? A. They do not have a very good relationship. B. They are close and share their experiences with each other. C. Yoshiko writes her aunt because her mother wants her to. D. They travel together frequently. Number 12. A word that does the best job of describing Miss Alvarez is A. Abrupt, B. Considerate, C. Critical, or D. Punctual. Number 13. In the sentence, my favorite part was seeing the bulletin board where sketches, rough drafts, and outlines get pinned up in sequence. The word sequence means A. Order, B. Disarray, C. Time, or D. Visible. Number 14. In the sentence, she said that she still occasionally writes an article for them, but she loves what she does now. A synonym for the word occasionally is A. Sometimes, B. Frequently, C. Never, or D. Always. All right, let's move on to the next part. Read the article Gone Forever by Barbara Reeves. Then answer questions 15 to 21 as they relate to the reading. Now let's get started. A snow leopard roars in the high mountains of Asia. A black rhinoceros gallops across the plains of Africa. A grizzly bear hunts for fish in a North American river. A mother blue whale and her calf glide through the deep waters of the ocean. All these animals share the earth with us. They fascinate us with their beauty, their grace, and their speed. We love observing their behavior and learning more about their habits. But just loving them is not enough. All these animals are endangered. Many of them have died, and without special care, they may someday disappear from the earth. Why is it important to care for animals like these? One reason is to protect the balance of life on Earth. Another reason is the beauty of the animals themselves. Each species of animal is special. Once it is gone forever. Africa was once filled with an abundance of wild animals, but that is changing fast. One of these animals, the black rhinoceros, lives on the plains of Africa. It has very poor eyesight and a very bad temper. Even though the black rhino is powerful and can be dangerous, its strength can't always help it to escape hunters. Some people think that the rhino's horn has magical powers, and many hunters kill rhinos for their valuable horns. This has caused the black rhino to be placed on the endangered species list. The elephant seems to represent all that is strong and wild in Africa. It once had no natural enemies, but now is endangered, killed for its ivory tusks. The fastest land animal, the cheetah, also lives in Africa. It too is becoming extinct as people take over more and more of the land that is the cheetah's natural habitat. Imagine Africa without the powerful rhino, the gentle, intelligent elephant, or the lightning-quick cheetah. Once they are gone forever. Wherever people are careless about the land, they're endangered species. Grizzly bears like to wander great distances. Each bear needs up to 1,500 square kilometers of territory to call its homeland. Today, because forests have been cleared to make room for people, the grizzly's habitat is shrinking and the grizzly is disappearing. It joins other endangered North American animals, such as the red wolf and the American crocodile. In South America, destruction of the rainforest threatens many animals. Unusual mammals, such as the howler monkey and the three-toed sloth, are endangered. Beautiful birds, like the great green macaw and the golden parakeet, are also becoming extinct. They're losing their homes in the rainforest, and thousands die when they are caught and shipped off to be sold as exotic pets. The giant panda of Asia is a fascinating and unique animal, yet there are only about 1,000 still living in the wild. The giant panda's diet consists mainly of the bamboo plant, so when the bamboo forests die, so does the panda. China is now making an effort to protect these special creatures from becoming extinct. Asia's big cats are also in trouble. The exotic snow leopard lives high in the mountains. Even there, it faces the loss of natural habitat and hunters who kill it for its fur. The tiger, the largest of all the big cats, is hunted merely for sport. Ocean-dwelling animals are in danger of extinction as well. The blue whale is the largest animal in the world. It weighs up to 390,000 pounds. Whale hunting and pollution are the species' greatest enemies. Unfortunately, it is people who cause many of the problems that animals face. We alter and pollute their habitats. We hunt them for skins, tusks, furs, and horns. We destroy animals that get in the way of farming or building, and we remove them from their natural habitat and take them home as pets. What can you do to help endangered animals? Learn as much as you can about them. The more you know, the more you can help. Make an effort to support zoos and wildlife groups. Many zoos breed endangered animals, helping to ensure that they will continue to live on. Contribute to groups such as the National Wildlife Federation and the Sierra Club that work hard to protect animals. You can also be a smart shopper and never buy a pet that has been raised in the wilderness. The world is made up of many living things. Each thing is dependent on the others to survive. If we allow even one species on Earth to become extinct, it has an impact on other animals living and changes our world. When we mention any endangered wild animals, let's hope we never again have to say, "Gone forever." Number 15. Which of the following is not an opinion? It is important to take care of endangered animals. B. The black rhinoceros is the most frightening animal in Africa. C. The fastest land animal, the cheetah, also lives in Africa. Or D. If we don't protect endangered animals now, we will regret it in the future. Number 16. In the sentence, today, because forests have been cleared to make room for people, the grizzly's habitat is shrinking and the grizzly is disappearing. The word habitat means A. An animal's natural environment. B. A bear's thick wool coat. C. A bear's den. D. An animal's vision. Number 17. The black rhinoceros is endangered mainly because A. It has poor eyesight. B. Some people believe the horn has magical powers. C. It is bad-tempered. Or D. Its strength isn't always enough to escape hunters. Number 18. The tiger, the largest of all the big cats, is hunted merely for sport. Means that tigers are hunted A. As a way for hunters to exercise, keep in shape. B. When hunters compete with each other in tournaments. C. As part of a widely recognized game. Or D. For the challenge of the hunt and not for a specific purpose. Number 19. Which of the following does not support the main idea of the article? A. Ocean-dwelling animals are in danger of extinction as well. B. Beautiful birds, like the green macaw, are also becoming extinct. C. Wherever people are careless about the land, there are endangered species. D. The elephant seems to represent all that is strong and wild in Africa. Number 20. What will happen to some animal species if the current trends continue? A. Their numbers will increase. B. There will be significant change. C. They will become extinct. Or D. They will move to other habitats. Number 21. How does the author feel about endangered animals? A. Disinterested. B. Concerned. C. Pleased. D. Confused. Here is a passage by Lynn Harrington from Shaman's Evil Eye. Read the passage, then do questions 22 to 26. Kunusi scowled as he trailed his sister along the faint path that led back to the forest and the waterfall. His bare feet scuffed the fallen yellow poplar leaves. It didn't matter how much noise he made. The brook made more. But Sky Girl looked back over her shoulder. A boy who would be a hunter learns to walk silently. How can I learn hunting when I have to go fishing with you? Kunusi snapped. Fishing is a woman's work. Children's work too, his sister reminded him. And you have only seen 11 summers. Don't be sulky, little brother. Everyone works together for food. Ka, thought Kunusi. Sky Girl used to be fun. Now she talks like a grown-up, and she has only 2 more summers than me. He dodged past her and had unrolled his sinew fishing line by the time she reached the pool. He twitched as the spray of the waterfall struck his bare shoulders. He quickly threw his bone fish hook into the pool. Sky Girl prayed to the spirit of the waterfall before casting her line. Immediately, a pickerel struck. She caught 3 fish, one after another. Kunusi bit his lip when he saw his sister's catch. But his luck turned after he attached a scrap of birch bark to his hook. A large pickerel lunged at the white bait, and Kunusi jerked on the line to set the hook. He played the fish carefully as it rushed from side to side of the rocky basin. By the time he pulled the fish out onto the shore, he was sweating. Bigger than mine, Sky Girl shouted over the roar of the waterfall. Kunusi wiped the sweat from his face and stuck his chest out. Sky Girl wasn't such a bad sister after all. Number 22. What will the children probably do next? A. Play in the woods. B. Go swimming in the pool. C. Return home with the fish. Or D. Cook the fish by the pool. 23. Why did Sky Girl pray to the spirit of the waterfall? A. To offer thanks for the fish she caught. B. To prevent Canusi from catching a fish. C. To protect herself from wild animals. Or D. To help catch a fish. 24. What is the main concern of this passage? A. Learning to hunt quietly. B. Catching fish for food. C. Comparing fishing methods. D. Getting along with others. Number 25. What changed Canusi's attitude towards Sky Girl? A. Canusi catching the biggest fish. B. Sky Girl's prayer to the spirit of the waterfall. C. Sky Girl catching 3 fish. Or D. Sky Girl's remark about his fish. Number 26. In the beginning, how did Canusi probably feel about going fishing with his sister? A. Pleased. B. Unhappy. C. Apathetic. Or D. Nervous. Okay, next section. Choose the correct answer for questions 27 to 30. Number 27. Which example of quotation is correct? A. I've never really done any, admitted Samuel. B. I've never really done any, admitted Samuel. C. I've never really done any, admitted Samuel. Or D. I've never really done any, admitted Samuel. Now make sure as you're going through this, just look at the punctuation, look at the use of commas, periods, which one makes the most sense, which one is correct. Number 28. The thing to remember about quotation marks is A. That punctuation goes inside the quotation marks. B. That after a quotation mark the next word is not capitalized. C. That every time a new person speaks, it starts on a new line and is indented. Or D. All of the above. 29. The highest point of conflict in any story is A. The initial incident. B. The climax. C. The introduction. Or D. The conclusion. Number 30. Why is dialogue important in a story? A. Dialogue helps drive the plot forward with character interactions and conflict. B. Dialogue provides more information about the character. C. Dialogue provides us context about the character's history and traits. Or D. All of the above. Now make sure you read over your answers, double check to make sure you've shaded everything in. I would suggest reread your test and certain questions, maybe if you got stuck on them. And just make sure everything's done as best as you can do it. So good job, good luck, hope it went okay.